Hey, I'm ElusiveKev, Mr. Car, and welcome back to MXGP3. As you can see, we can check the results of the GPs with both categories, the calendar and the race objectives from the season information page. So let's skip that. And let's actually look at the season information page. So as you can see, MXGP results. You can see there's Slovenian. He won the MXGP title in real life last year. He's leading, or joint leading, the Italian legend. In second, then we got Nagel in third on the Husqvarna, then the Frenchman who won the 2015 title in fourth, then the Russian on the Honda in fifth, and see top Brit Sean Simpson on the KTM in 11th. You can see Jake Nichols down there as well in 17th on the Husqvarna. As you can see, the Frenchman on the Kawasaki, he was battling in MX2 in MXGP2, well, he's up in the top class as well, and he's a previous MX2 champion. So that's the state of play in MXGP. In MX2, this is what happened in the first round. As you can see, the Hillman is leading way ahead of his teammate Gediman. He's in 15th, ahead of Hernins as well. Double the points of the Dutchman after a shocking first race in Qatar for him. And as you can see, ahead of the Frenchman on the ammo, is very consistent with a couple of second places. So I wanted to actually go to the calendar. For some reason it just sped up. What the hell? So now we are going to Thailand. As you can see, our rider challenge is the Frenchman. We've got to score at least 18 points for our team. So let's head to the Asian circuit. Oh, it's looking a bit different in this game as you would expect. And look, it's a bit wet as well as it in the middle part of the track there. It's got the big jump. We've got even tighter corner. Yes, it definitely does look like it's wet, this surface, as we go across the finish there. And here we are qualifying in Thailand on this intermediate surface. But look, wet track, dry conditions. This is different. Something we're not used to in the HGP games. Only for this version. We've immediately had it this season as well. It's been a very successful beginning for the Hammer. Kev Hillman, he dominated Qatar, and he's looking to do the same here. Won a track where he wasn't amazing on HGP2. Well, at least I wasn't. Of course, that was the old Greg Hernandez. As you can see, this track seems to be much more drivable, should we say, rideable. This game, at least with this surface, doesn't feel as tough, the top surface, but of course it's wet as well. As we've seen Bogears go down on the KTM, and the Frenchman who's second in the championship after a couple of seconds in Qatar. And see, we're using the rider in front as a guide. And now we're coming to the tricky last section of the lap. And what I remember, we've got a jump here. And then we've got some tricky tight corners. Oh, we don't. It's not at all like I remember from MXGP2, as you do a 38. Again, a bit faster than it was in HGP2 as well. This track, as we skip time. And once again, we're at the top of the leaderboard, it looks like. Ahead of our Frenchman, ahead of our rival for this round, with Hernins in third, the Swiss rider on the Suzuki in fourth. Then we have got the Brit in fifth, Hernins, Covington, Dini on the TM, Tonkov and Fernandez ahead of Petrov and Bogears, down in 12th after that fall. So not a good qualifying for the Dutchman, but another superb qualifying for the Macau rider. As in the background, I can hear the PA, and it is definitely annoying me. So let's go to the race, and let's see if I can do very well and grab another win with the Hillman. So we don't have that tricky last section after that, from what I remember. The HGP2 is a bit more open in this game. I'm not sure if they made those changes in real life, as I barely managed to follow in motocross. So we had a shocking start Do this first race once again. Trying to use that clutch as the Suzuki rider grabs the whole shot though. Fantastic to see. So choosing the middle line and someone slid into us. It's not even in the top 10. So we've got lots of time to make up some ground. And that is a superb corner there. Up into 8. And now a bit drier. As we get pushed wide. Bit of a drier surface there. The only real dry surface around the whole track. As you see, very wet everywhere. And we're down! We slid in to the ride and we're stuck in that rut. And so we're virtually back to last. Let's go down the inside. Try and make our way into 19. Not working there. But now we've got some work to do this race. It is just like what we experienced in MXGP2 around this place. And slid into that corner beautifully up into 13th. And then back down to 14th, it looks like. Are we going around the outside? No. Not quite the place where I wanted to be there. And that's not a place where I want to be either. In the inside of the corner. We're battling hard this race to get a top 10. Did the jump way too high. Probably should have scrubbed over it. Now we do dive down the inside. Push some riders. And up into 13th. Let's go through this first corner. A bit wide open. So we can go around the outside and take the inside for the right. And take 11th, it looks like. Get up into 5th. We see a top 10 right in front. As I don't know what my rider's trying to do there. So I've got my thumbsticks all out of whack. It's all almost pushed wide there. We're holding on to 10th just about. And now you can see a nice gaggle in front. Batting for the top 5. You can see the leaders are getting away though. So hold the inside line here. That should mean we hold on tonight. Yeah, just about. Very close. It's slide in the middle of that corner. This wet surface definitely feels trickier than even the British wet surface. So do we make our way up into 7th? Not quite. We're going to dive it down the inside here. Use that rut. Balanced on it perfectly. And up into 7th we go. So these ruts really are helping me. After hindering me on that first lap with that collision. Making the Hillman fall. And I take it down the South African by accident. I didn't mean to do it. Totally unintentional. I apologise to the AI there. As we go for the final corner, cross the line in 6th place. And then see the top 5 bit spread out in front. So I'm not sure about winning this thing. But definitely top 5 is on the horizon. Again, dudes love the old sound of this KTM. So you go through some dry patch there. And Thailand looks totally different from what I remember it in MXGP2. I'm not sure if this is a new venue as well. Probably should look that up. Yeah, looking fantastic. Not as much as a challenge as the circuit in MXGP2, but just a bit more fun. So you do get into the top 5. Just about hold on to the bike through the corner as we were pointed the wrong way going into it. Now we're diving down the inside. Too much speed. And clipped the back end again there. And almost made me fall. But the hammer holds on. He's going to have to put down the hammer. He's going to get a podium as we've been battling 5th and we've been losing time to the riders in front. As we come to the end of the lap. Oh, there we go. That's a proper scrub. I finally done it. I've been doing all these whips. I finally put out the scrub. There we go. Put it out again. See, look, now I know how to do the trick. I'm going to do it over every jump. It's going to be the downfall of the Hillman, I feel like. He's hammering down on the top 5 here. And those scrubs really do help, as you've seen, over the jump. Didn't manage to do it there. We've got the inside line, and it's like holding on to 5th from the Latvian. Go slightly wide on this penultimate lap of the race. Oh, 2nd is down. The Brit is down. Big fall. And now you can see there's a bit of a gaggle for 3rd, for 2nd. We can see 2nd right in front. Fantastic news for the Hammer. As he is closing in on the opposition. I was a bit hesitant on the power through that corner though. You saw there's some dry stuff on the inside. I wasn't really sure when to put the power down. Oh, I should have scrubbed over that, John. What are you thinking? There you go. Wide open. Then a tight final corner. As we do our best lap of the race. 37s we get into. As we go on to the final lap of it. Can we grab a podium? Or will we have to settle for a top 5? We might have to settle for 6th. Here comes the Latvian. Back for some fun. That's all. I could have carried more speed through that corner there, but it was a bit all over the place, innit? Going into it. So I didn't carry the speed there. So just... Oh, I fed in the throttle through that right hand there, carried a bit more speed. Oh, that's better. Riding with the ruts there in that tight left-hander. That's what we've got to do more often. Just like we did there. Look at this. We're gaining hand over fist on the riders in front. Gotta be running out of time. As the leader is out of here. The leader was last seen at his gate in the first lap. Just pulled away from the field. Oh, that's a poor corner. Oh, that's a poor scrub. And that's the worst time to do it. As a Swiss rider wins on the Suzuki. Fantastic ride from him. As we cross the line in a very disappointing 6th. After another qualifying effort, which was so much better than the rest. Qualifying definitely has to be looked at from Milestone. As we're almost 10 seconds back in 6th. Disappointing result as that Frenchman finished in 2nd once again. So consistent at the beginning of the season. The Brit in 3rd. Hernings in 4th. And the Latvian wins our battle in 5th. We had the Italian right in our tail. Just a couple tenths behind on the TM. Then Monticelli in 8th on the KTM. And Bogues. The South African rounded out an all KTM there almost. From 4th down of the rest of the top 10 with the Kawasakis of Petrov and Fernandez just outside of it. So 15 points in that first race. Can we do much better and grab a top 5 or even a podium? In the second, we will find out to improve our rain a bit. It's going to be going through the roof this round. There we are, getting ready for the second round. We need a win if we're going to try and grab the overall as well. So alongside our rival, the Frenchman. Oh, dropped the clutch too early. Had to get back on it. And look at that, that has cost us terribly. Shocking start once again. As the Frenchman gets the whole shot. And we're battling just to get into the top 10. This time we're not taking anyone down. As we battle our way up into... Is this 5th or 6th? It's 6th, no, it's 7th. As there is the Swiss rider right in front who dominated that first race. But now we go down his inside. We go down the inside of the 189. Not quite. You know, we got a poor. Oh, we pushed the Swiss rider down. Oh, the hammer. He gets jealous easily. You dominate a race when he doesn't. Oh, his attitude will come out. He is definitely a Carl Busch there. But accidental as well as, oh, Petrov is down on the Kawasaki. Oh, and he's down again, the Swiss rider. Oh, Hillman's pushed him into a world of pain. Because we don't have the pace round here. Look at that, we're barely hanging on to the top 4 already. Oh, and the bike's just sliding through that left-hander as you come to the end of the first lap. Kind of in the middle groove here. We didn't get into a rut there. So pretty shocking off that final corner. On to this second lap. We are where we want to be in a top 5. At the very least, though. Want to be much better than this. It's, oh, we're almost losing the bike. Oh, this track surface is so much more trickier than Britain's wet surface. And that was raining. How can this be? It's intermediate ground as well. You can definitely see that it's hard in some places. Soft everywhere else with the rain, but then you've got to be careful, especially in this corner of the inside of the corner. So actually he went down the first gear. That's not helping us at all. Oh, neither is that scrub. As now here we are, we're being gorged by the pack. Down to 9th. Got some battling to do. You can see we had a comfortable cushion in 5th as well. Over this lot. We're back into 6th. And we've got to be careful of these scrubs. And I've now learned the actual proper way to do it, but still ripping it everywhere, but got to be careful. You can see that's reset us. That's also cost us in the first race, so something to think about going forward, as I definitely should have a longer gearing around this track. Kind of got long straights around here. The corners here, look, we need just a bit more speed as Petrov is down again. Disappointing race for the Bulgarian. So we go halfway through the race. And we're battling for top 5 once again. Then, oh! Is that Bogus or Herdins? One of the Dutch contingent has come into play. Go down the inside. Look how bumpy the surface is. That's all. We've got to ride it down our inside. Holding on round the outside though. And look at this over the mounds. Fantastic run. Diving down the inside. And in to 5th place. And oh, yeah, we remembered what we did the previous lap. Don't want to do that again. And there we go. Nicely up against that rut. And that left hand on the inside. Now we can perhaps gain on 4th. 4th has dropped back slightly. Again, the top 4 is spread out. And looks like we've definitely got the pace. The back of those. There's, oh, I can't get that left-hander right. Out of the groove again. Oh, and then to that right-hander as well, just sliding over the surface. Instead of hooking in and grabbing the inside or outside line. It's that PA announcer is getting very annoying as well in the background when you get near the end of the lap. So another slow final corner. He's almost dipping to the 37s. He's gone to the penultimate lap of the race. Again, Thailand, not a very happy hunting ground, but getting solid points. As long as we're consistent, stay in that top 10 every race, we'll be right up there at the end of the season. That's what we've got to remember. That's something I didn't really remember on MXGP2 at times, so we're already kind of riding for the championship, because this isn't our main goal as well, the MX2 title, even though it would be nice. And Hillman is down. That's again just sliding over the surface. This surface is so difficult. Something you would never see in MXGP2. And showing the advantage of this Unreal 4 engine and MXGP3. And right, the track surface perhaps the biggest change along with the weather. When they come together, collide like this, it leads to very different races. So we can give up on fourth, I feel. Just hold on, just ride our own race here and grab a top 5. Because you definitely got the pace for it. But I was saying before you've been interrupted, that's what we're trying to aim, just get consistent results this season. At times on MXGP2 I was just pushing it too hard, trying to get one place and then cost myself like 5 or 6. So I know it's only the 4th round of the season, but we're already kind of in championship mode, and they said the main aim here in MXGP3 is to get an MXGP title, not the MX2 title as such, even though it would be very nice as well to win both classes and win the Motocross of Nations, which we perhaps will try once again after becoming so close in MXGP2. Still can't believe how cruel the game was there. As the Swede is down, Osland having another good run, but having another accident seems to be an issue for him. He's very much like Ernie Maldonado, it feels like, in this game, where, you know, the Venezuelan F1 had the pace, but he's also got a reputation which has stuck with him, unfortunately. Even though he wasn't really like that with Lotus in 2014 and 2015. After leaving Williams. It's halfway through its final lap, almost in the final third of it now. Just cruising in 5th. You can see the top 4 very spread out. Kind of in no man's land here. Got a gap behind. As Herlings wins, the Dutchman grabs his first win of the season in the 4th race. Haven't said that often about his career. But it's very different in MXGP3 than in real life last year. As we cross the line in 5th. Solid result, and I think we're going to be keeping that red plate, I feel, after this round, even though the Frenchman got another 2nd place finish so consistently. MR Rider have the Brit in 3rd, and has fun, and then Bogues in 4th on the KTM. We're in 5th ahead of Monticelli in 6th on another KTM. Jonas in 7th, Tonkov in 8th, Fernandez 9th, Covington in 10th. There's a Swiss and Swede just outside the top 10. So only got 31 points this round, dropped 13 to the Frenchman, and we have lost the red plate though by 7 points to the Yamaha rider, with all those 2nd places racking up a 7-point lead in the championship. We're at 8 points ahead of the Brit, and here comes the Dutch contingent. Herlings in 4th with 68 points, Bogues in 5th with 65, Jonas in 6th, Bogues in 5th, Jonas in 6th. I think I said that. Tonkov in 7th. The Swiss in 8th, not the Swede. Monticelli in 9th, and Covington in 10th ahead of the Italian on the TM, and Petrov down in 12th. So he didn't win our rider challenge. Disappointing weekend in Thailand. So we won't be up in the difficulty. It seems like hard is the right level at the moment, as we do earn some credits though and improve some skills. But hope you enjoyed another episode of MXGP3. I'll be back next time for the next round. So, unfortunately, I'll see you then.